Most people think pickup trucks only got smart in the 2000s, but these 15 classics were already doing things that wouldn't become mainstream for decades. Today we're diving into the pickup trucks that were so far ahead of their time, they make modern trucks look like they're playing catch-up. These aren't just old trucks with nostalgia value. These are the vehicles that introduced features and concepts that every truck manufacturer eventually had to copy. From revolutionary suspension systems to aerodynamic designs that defied everything we thought we knew about truck styling, these machines were true pioneers. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some of the most innovative trucks ever built came from eras when most people thought trucks were just basic work vehicles. The story of innovative pickup trucks starts with a problem that plagued the industry for decades. Truck manufacturers were stuck in a cycle where they believed their customers only wanted simple, utilitarian vehicles. They thought comfort was for cars, not trucks. They assumed aerodynamics didn't matter because truck buyers cared more about hauling capacity than fuel economy. But a few visionary companies saw things differently, and they were about to change everything. Number 15. The 1961 Ford Econoline pickup. Let's start with the 1961 Ford Econoline pickup. While everyone else was building trucks with the engine in front, Ford moved the engine between the seats. This cab-over design gave drivers better visibility and created more cargo space in the bed. The Econoline could carry 25% more cargo than traditional trucks of the same length. Ford was essentially inventing the modern delivery van concept, but they applied it to pickup trucks first. The truck featured a 144 cubic inch straight-six engine that produced 85 horsepower, which was modest but adequate for the vehicle's 2,400-pound curb weight. What made the Econoline special wasn't just its layout, but how Ford engineered the cab-over design to be practical. The engine cover between the seats could be removed for maintenance, and the driver's seat swiveled to provide easy access. The short hood meant the driver sat almost directly over the front axle, giving them a commanding view of the road. This design wouldn't become popular again until the 1980s with vehicles like the Volkswagen Caddy pickup, and today we see similar concepts in modern commercial vehicles. Number 14. The 1973 Chevrolet LUV. The 1973 Chevrolet LUV was another game-changer that nobody saw coming. At a time when American trucks were getting bigger and thirstier, Chevrolet partnered with Isuzu to bring a compact pickup to the U.S. market. The LUV got 27 miles per gallon in the city when most American trucks struggled to hit 12 miles per gallon. It introduced the concept of the small, efficient pickup truck to American buyers. The LUV stood for Light Utility Vehicle, and it lived up to its name with a curb weight of just 2,700 pounds. Under the hood sat a 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine that made 75 horsepower, which sounds weak by today's standards but was perfectly adequate for the truck's lightweight design. The LUV could carry 1,100 pounds of cargo and tow 2,000 pounds, proving that small didn't mean useless. What made the LUV truly revolutionary was its build quality. Unlike many American small cars of the era, the LUV was reliable and well-built thanks to Isuzu's engineering. It featured a fully independent front suspension with torsion bars, giving it a car-like ride quality that was uncommon in trucks. The steering was precise, and the manual transmission shifted smoothly. Toyota and Datsun were watching closely, and they'd soon flood the market with their own compact trucks. The LUV proved that Americans would buy smaller trucks if they offered real benefits, paving the way for the entire compact truck segment. Number 13. The 1982 Chevrolet S10. But perhaps no truck was more ahead of its time than the 1982 Chevrolet S10. This wasn't just another small truck. It was the first American compact pickup designed from the ground up with aerodynamics in mind. The S10 had a drag coefficient of just 0.40, which was better than most cars of the era. Chevrolet achieved this with a sloped hood, integrated bumpers, and flush-mounted headlights. The truck looked like it came from the future, and in many ways, it did. The S10's aerodynamic design wasn't just for looks. It improved fuel economy by 15% compared to boxier compact trucks. The base engine was a 1.9-liter four-cylinder that produced 82 horsepower, but buyers could upgrade to a 2.8-liter V6 with 110 horsepower for better performance. What really set the S10 apart was its attention to detail. The grille was designed to channel air smoothly around the truck, the side mirrors were carefully shaped to reduce wind noise, and even the tailgate had subtle aerodynamic improvements. Inside, the S10 offered amenities that were rare in compact trucks, including air conditioning, power steering, and an AM/FM stereo. The dashboard design was more car-like than truck-like, with easy-to-read gauges and logical control placement. Chevrolet even offered a Tahoe luxury package that included bucket seats, a center console, and color-coordinated interior trim. Modern trucks still use many of the aerodynamic principles that Chevrolet pioneered with the S10, from integrated bumpers to carefully shaped mirrors. Number 12. The 1983 Dodge Rampage. The 1983 Dodge Rampage took things even further. Dodge created what they called a sport truck by combining a front-wheel drive car platform with a pickup bed. The Rampage could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 10 seconds, making it faster than most sports cars of the day. It got 30 miles per gallon on the highway and could carry 1,150 pounds of cargo. The Rampage was basically a modern Honda Ridgeline, but it appeared 23 years earlier. Under the hood, the Rampage featured a 2.2-liter four-cylinder engine with 96 horsepower, which was later upgraded to a turbocharged version with 146 horsepower. The turbo model could hit 60 miles per hour in just 8.5 seconds, making it genuinely quick by 1980s standards. What made the Rampage special wasn't just its performance, but its handling. Because it was based on Dodge's front-wheel drive K-car platform, the Rampage had independent front suspension and a sophisticated rear suspension setup. It cornered like a car, not a truck, and the steering was precise and responsive. The bed was smaller than traditional trucks at 6 feet long, but it was perfectly usable for most tasks. Dodge even offered a tonneau cover and bed rail caps to make the Rampage more versatile. Inside, the Rampage featured a full interior with room for 5 passengers, something most compact trucks couldn't offer. The dashboard was lifted straight from Dodge's passenger cars, complete with a full-gauge cluster and comfortable seating. Car and Driver magazine called it the most fun you can have in a pickup truck, and they weren't wrong. The Rampage proved that trucks didn't have to be slow, thirsty, or uncomfortable. Number 11. The 1991 Chevrolet S10 SS. The 1991 Chevrolet S10 SS was the truck that proved performance and utility could coexist. With a 4.3-liter V6 engine producing 190 horsepower, the S10 SS could run the quarter mile in 15.9 seconds. But here's what made it special. It still retained its 6-foot bed and 1,000-pound payload capacity. Chevrolet had created a truck that could haul lumber during the week and dominate at the drag strip on weekends. The S10 SS wasn't just about the engine, though. Chevrolet lowered the suspension by 2 inches and fitted wider tires to improve handling. The truck got specific SS badges, a sports steering wheel, and bucket seats to distinguish it from regular S10s. The exhaust system was tuned for a more aggressive sound, and the truck featured a limited-slip differential for better traction. What made the S10 SS truly special was how it drove. The lowered suspension gave it a car-like feel, but it still had the practicality of a pickup truck. The steering was precise, the brakes were strong, and the engine had enough torque to make merging onto highways effortless. Motor Trend magazine tested an S10 SS and found it could reach 60 miles per hour in 7.9 seconds, which was faster than many sports cars of the era. The performance truck concept wouldn't become mainstream until the Ford F-150 Lightning arrived in 1993, but the S10 SS proved the market was ready for trucks that were both fast and functional. Number 10. The 1992 Dodge Dakota. The 1992 Dodge Dakota was revolutionary for a different reason. It was the first midsize pickup truck to offer a V8 engine option. While competitors were focused on 4-cylinder and V6 engines, Dodge stuffed a 5.2-liter V8 into the Dakota. This gave it 230 horsepower and 295 lb-ft of torque, making it more powerful than many full-size trucks. The Dakota proved that midsize didn't have to mean underpowered. The V8 Dakota wasn't just about straight-line performance. The extra torque made it an excellent towing vehicle, capable of pulling 6,000 pounds when properly equipped. This was more than most full-size trucks could handle at the time. The Dakota's frame was specifically strengthened to handle the V8's power, and Dodge upgraded the transmission, differential, and cooling system to match. What made the Dakota special was its size. At 175 inches long, it was 20 inches shorter than a full-size truck, but still offered a 6.5-foot bed. This made it perfect for buyers who needed truck capability, but didn't want to deal with the bulk of a full-size pickup. The Dakota's ride quality was also superior to most trucks of the era. It featured a sophisticated suspension system with gas-charged shocks and stabilizer bars front and rear. The steering was precise for a truck, and the brakes were strong enough to handle the V8's performance. Inside, the Dakota offered amenities that were rare in midsize trucks, including air conditioning, power windows, and cruise control. Today, every midsize truck offers a V8 or equivalent performance option, but the Dakota was the first to prove that buyers wanted that level of performance in a smaller package. Number 9. The 1999 Ford F-150 Lightning. The 1999 Ford F-150 Lightning took the performance truck concept that Chevrolet started and pushed it to its logical extreme. With a supercharged 5.4-liter V8 producing 360 horsepower, the Lightning could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds. That made it faster than a Porsche 911 Carrera of the same era. But Ford didn't just bolt a big engine into a regular F-150. They lowered the suspension, added wider tires, and equipped it with four-wheel disc brakes. The Lightning was a complete performance package that influenced every high-performance truck that followed. The supercharged engine was the star, but the Lightning's modifications went much deeper. Ford lowered the truck by 2 inches and fitted it with Bilstein shocks and progressive rate springs. The anti-roll bars were thicker than standard, and the steering was recalibrated for better response. The Lightning rode on 18-inch wheels with high-performance tires that were massive for the time. Inside, the Lightning featured bucket seats with aggressive bolstering, a sports steering wheel, and unique gauges. The truck could tow 5,000 pounds and carry 1,400 pounds of cargo, proving that performance didn't have to come at the expense of utility. Ford even offered a factory warranty on the Lightning, showing their confidence in the truck's reliability. The Lightning's quarter-mile time of 14.3 seconds made it competitive with genuine sports cars, and its top speed of 147 miles per hour was limited only by electronic governors. Motor Trend called it the fastest production truck ever built, and it held that title for years. The Lightning proved that truck buyers were hungry for performance, and it paved the way for modern high-performance trucks like the Ram SRT, 10, and Ford Raptor. Number 8. The 2000 Honda Ridgeline Prototype. The 2000 Honda Ridgeline Prototype, though not released until 2006, was being developed in the late 1990s with ideas that were decades ahead of their time. Honda's truck featured a unibody construction instead of traditional body-on-frame design. This made it lighter, more fuel-efficient, and better handling than conventional trucks. The Ridgeline also pioneered the concept of the in-bed trunk, a lockable storage compartment under the bed floor. The unibody design was controversial among truck purists, but it offered real advantages. The Ridgeline was 400 pounds lighter than comparable trucks, which improved fuel economy and handling. The suspension was fully independent at all four corners, giving it a car-like ride quality that was unmatched in the truck world. The steering was precise, and the truck handled corners like a large sedan rather than a traditional truck. Honda's in-bed trunk was a stroke of genius. The 8.5 cubic foot compartment was completely weatherproof and lockable, making it perfect for storing tools, groceries, or anything else you wanted to keep secure. The trunk featured a drain plug, so you could even use it as a cooler for tailgating. The tailgate was a dual-action design that could open down like a traditional truck or swing out like a door, making it easier to access the bed in tight spaces. Inside, the Ridgeline offered amenities that were rare in trucks, including leather seats, a premium sound system, and a navigation system. The truck featured Honda's legendary reliability, with many examples reaching 200,000 miles with minimal maintenance. These features wouldn't become common until the 2020s, when manufacturers started focusing on efficiency and clever storage solutions. The Ridgeline proved that truck buyers were ready for innovation, even if it challenged traditional truck design. Number 7. The 2004 Chevrolet Colorado. The 2004 Chevrolet Colorado was the first midsize truck designed with global markets in mind. While American trucks were getting bigger and more specialized, Chevrolet created a truck that could work in both cramped city streets and open highways. The Colorado featured a more refined interior than any midsize truck before it, with available leather seats and a premium sound system. It proved that truck buyers wanted comfort and convenience, not just utility. This global design philosophy is now standard across the industry. Number 6. The 2001 Ford Explorer Sport Track. The 2001 Ford Explorer Sport Track was controversial when it launched, but it predicted the future of pickup trucks. By building a truck on an SUV platform, Ford created a vehicle that rode and handled like a car, but still offered pickup truck functionality. The Sport Track had independent rear suspension, which was almost unheard of in pickup trucks at the time. This gave it a smoother ride and better handling than any truck-based pickup. Modern trucks like the Honda Ridgeline and Hyundai Santa Cruz follow this exact formula. Number 5. The 2006 Lincoln Mark LT. The 2006 Lincoln Mark LT was the first luxury pickup truck to be taken seriously by premium buyers. While other manufacturers had tried to upscale their trucks, Lincoln created a vehicle that was genuinely luxurious. The Mark LT featured real wood trim, premium leather seats, and a sound system that rivaled high-end cars. It proved that truck buyers would pay premium prices for premium features. Today, trucks like the Ford F-150 Limited and Ram Limited regularly sell for over $70,000, following the path the Mark LT pioneered. Number 4. The 2009 Ford F-150. The 2009 Ford F-150 introduced aluminum body panels to reduce weight while maintaining strength. This was a massive gamble that paid off. The aluminum F-150 was 700 pounds lighter than its steel predecessor, which improved fuel economy by 2 miles per gallon and increased payload capacity. Ford spent $11 billion developing the aluminum technology, and it worked. The aluminum F-150 proved that trucks could be both strong and efficient. Now, aluminum construction is spreading throughout the industry. Number 3. The 2010 Chevrolet Avalanche. The 2010 Chevrolet Avalanche featured a unique midgate system that could transform the truck from a 5-passenger SUV into a long bed pickup in minutes. By folding down the rear seats and removing the midgate panel, the Avalanche created an 8-foot cargo area. This versatility was unmatched in the truck world. While the Avalanche was discontinued in 2013, its midgate concept influenced designs like the Honda Ridgeline and is being revived in new electric trucks. Number 2. The 2019 Ram 1500. The 2019 Ram 1500 introduced the first mild hybrid system in a full-size pickup truck. The e-torque system used a belt-driven motor generator to provide additional torque during acceleration and improved fuel economy. This 48-volt system added 90 lb-ft of torque and improved fuel economy by up to 2 miles per gallon. Ram proved that hybrid technology could work in trucks without compromising capability. Now, every major truck manufacturer offers or is developing hybrid and electric truck options. Number 1. The 1980 Volkswagen Caddy. But the truck that was perhaps most ahead of its time was the 1980 Volkswagen Caddy. This European design pickup was based on the Golf platform and featured front-wheel drive, which was revolutionary for a pickup truck. The Caddy got over 35 miles per gallon in real-world driving, had a low loading height for easy cargo access, and could handle like a sports car. It proved that pickup trucks could be efficient, practical, and fun to drive all at once. The Caddy's influence can be seen in modern trucks like the Hyundai Santa Cruz and Ford Maverick, which prioritize efficiency and car-like handling over traditional truck characteristics. These 15 trucks didn't just anticipate future trends, they created them. They proved that innovation in the truck world doesn't always come from the biggest manufacturers or the most expensive vehicles. Sometimes it comes from engineers who saw problems that others ignored and solutions that others thought impossible. The next time you see a modern truck with aerodynamic styling, hybrid power, or luxury features, remember that these innovations started with trucks that were brave enough to be different when being different was risky. The common thread connecting all these pioneering trucks is that they solved problems most people didn't even know existed. They offered solutions before customers knew they needed them. And that's exactly what innovation looks like, not just following trends, but creating them. These trucks proved that the automotive industry works best when manufacturers are willing to take risks and challenge assumptions about what customers want. If you enjoyed the content shown in this video, please make sure you subscribe for more videos such as this.